Dead, and welcome back to Shamrock Valley. So, as you saw, the animals have been delivered. So, without too much messing about wasting time, we better get them fed and sorted, fed and watered, get them clean, all that stuff. So, as I said I would, I've been and bought quite a few new pieces of equipment, so the money's dropped. And one of those is this. We'll see how this works, whether it indeed does, and actually it does. Had a few, as you can see, accidents when I was trying to put the stuff in here. The barn wasn't quite big enough for the transport trailer I'd used. Whoa, oops. And neither is it wide enough to do that. Seriously, be nice. So the sheep were put in first, so we'll start with them. So they're eating some of the grass in the pasture. In fact, actually what I could do is take the water at the same time. The only question being, after I bought it, where did I put it? Tricky. Actually, that's true, where did I put it? See, I was quite busy. If you saw the lorry and two trailers all pulled up with the separate animals in each one. Very good, good bunch. The shipping company. There it is. Look, it was right next to where I left the tractor actually. So let's do that. I'm really determined to lose this bale. Actually, you know what? I should be able to do that. That will probably hold on to it slightly more firmly. So yeah, I got as you can see, some front loader forks and a few implements for the JCB. Got a pretty standard Aquatrans trailer for up here anyway. Got a, what's that, a Kuhn straw blower. The little Silo King, it'll do us for now. Silo King food mixer. And then I've got another water container down at the pig farm as well. Oh, where am I going? I need to fill it first. Wakey wakey. It's been a busy old day. So yeah, finished up planting down at the two fields near the pig farm, put sunflowers in. Wait and see what happens with the corn, but the sunflowers should be alright regardless. Struggling to turn that. Right, I've got a little standpipe just next to this barn, so I'll just fill that up. He says. Well, that's odd, it's not. Oh, there we go. So what's the third container then? That's kind of strange. Oh well, fine. So as I said, I've had little pumps put in at each of the... Ooh, that's a bit weird. Yeah, I've had little pumps put in at each of the water troughs, but they only keep it to a minimum level, so we need to keep it full. And we'll get the best out of our animals that way. Because I'm carrying a lot of stuff, so better put the old beacons on just to nip down to the sheep. So yeah, we'll just spend a bit of time getting the animals sorted out. Maybe before the end of the day we'll also be going around and whoa, he wasn't going to stop. Actually I need to go in here anyway. Batches at this end. Close that nicely, there we go. There we go, that's better. Oh yeah, that's nicely filled up. So yeah, so we've got our Suffolks, they're the ones we brought with us, 12 of those. And got a bit more information, so 70 kilos each. 8-year-olds, that's about right, so I'll have to see how well they do. Currently showing 71% health, that dropped quite quickly. And I don't know if that's because you can see the cows are still showing as 80%, although technically at this point, apart from grass, they've got very little food. The pigs, of course, have no food at this point in time. Yeah, so it's a bit weird that dropped quite so quickly, despite the fact that they've got, obviously, grass in the field already. But hey-ho. Oh, and oddly enough, although I put Suffolks in, now they're just mixed. That's a bit strange. There you go. There's no trigger to show, but that should be about right. Open it up. How odd. That's not actually... Is that because at the moment there's grass in there? That shouldn't make any difference though. Really. Should be the trigger. Oh well, I suppose it's there if they need it. We'll see what happens. That's a bit strange. Because that is the right side. It should be the right side to put it in from normally. Try it on this side, but I would have thought the trigger would be on the far side. Nudge it in a bit. Still not. How odd. Also note that's not a 4,000 litre hay bale. Ah, hang on. Because the feeding trough's full. That's why. Interesting, so it's not, unlike in base game, the seasons obviously, that would have just taken the entire bale and you basically lost the difference. It's just taken a tiny little bit it needed to fill the feeding trough, so that will gradually get used up, I assume, to keep the trough full, because they will of course eat through this grass on the field eventually, so no, that's okay. I think that's the reason why. So we'll leave that there. Should be okay. I suppose to be fair, I could have just taken it back up to the cow farm and used it there instead. But never mind. Right, so while we're at it then, let's use the water to fill up the water for the cows, which is just in the yard. And then we can get the feeding wagon out, get the cows done, give them some straw. You try our new straw blower. All I have to do is remember where the water trough is. Oh, it's there. How do I best get to that with a tractor? Can I get down here? No. Okay, so I actually have to come into the field and back it in. Okay, fair enough. As long as I know. In that case, I'll open the gate. Push that open. Quite a decent sized field this, to see how they get on once they start reproducing in terms of space, but yeah, it's a good size. Do love the four-wheel steer. It does make this a nice agile tractor. That may not be enough to fill it completely, but it should at least, for now, help them out. There's the little water pump. It's quite a cool little thing. There we go. So it's not quite full. Okay, so that's going to need, wow, a couple more loads of that. Okay, something to keep on top of. So I'm going to put straw in for the cows, so we get, they've already started producing slurry, but I'll put straw in for the cows so that we get manure from them, and I won't put straw in the pigs so that we get slurry from them. That way we'll have both. I could get manure from both, I suppose, to be fair. Maybe it would make more sense. Well, actually, while we've got small numbers, maybe that makes more sense, because otherwise we're not really going to get particularly usable amounts of both from either. Whereas if we get the same from both, and it does affect productivity slightly, more so I think on cows than on the pigs, but isn't that funny? Just won't. Can't persuade it to turn quite as sharply as the tractor will. Seriously? Not that I need to do this now, I was going to leave this for a bit. But you know what, we're here, may as well fill it. I'll back it all the way in. So I put those seed pellets and leftover fertiliser, bought them up from the shop, from the store, and just left them in the end of there for now. I won't need to, they should be dry enough should it start to rain. Let's leave that there. Now I've got silage bales, but I've also got loose silage I brought with me, so I think we'll use the loose first. And again, actually no, let's do the straw next. I need to think about getting a weight for this tractor actually, I suppose. Could actually do myself a favour and get 2 tractors for doing this. They're all sat around doing nothing otherwise. So the logical question being, oh, hang on, sorry, I haven't used this one before. Lift. Okay. Right, so there's no obvious. Ah, okay, there you go. Yeah, so it might be better to have them separate. Right, let's get straw. Got some straw in here, we do, right? Yeah, because there's straw in here, there's the straw that, so this is the straw I brought with me, and the silage bales that are made here, and the hay bales that I brought with me. The straw bales that I made here are actually somewhere else. That's not ideal, is it? That'll do, we'll just let them gradually collapse and take them from the front. That's fine. Stop that on for a minute. Now then, even with a weight on the front, will this cope? So unhitch the trailer. Seemed like a sensible place to put it after I've been carrying crops about. Okay. Don't need that anymore. Of course, what else I need to do is figure out where to put the straw. Ooh, yeah, where do I put the straw? Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to drive around a bit till we get a straw trigger come up. Fingers crossed. Now, what won't be anywhere near enough? Actually, just open this gate. I assume is it in here? Yeah, probably. We probably drive down the middle. So let's try that. Oh, we're right. Try and get the angle right. There we go. Usual PlayStation controller challenge. Trying to get, as that left us with our cows. I'm just going to move the cow. Oh no, the cows are there already, weren't they? Oh, actually, that's not too bad. Oh, good. Good. That's one. That'll do for now. Right, so next then, if I then close that up, close that down, swivel it in, out the way, that's that folded, right. Genius. That'll do for now. Right, let's grab a straw bale, another straw bale. So I check actually from my garage list. Our mixer wagon takes 16,000 litres. Right, so I have one straw, one silage, one hay, and then we'll see how we're doing. I'm hoping it will take perhaps 2 hay or something, or an extra, actually no, I suppose an extra scoopful of silage. We've got more silage than anything else at the moment, so that would be logical. So we've got some circular, some round bales, straw bales in here. There are some more in the other shed next to the combine. And I'm assuming the unload point is actually probably in the same place. So to be honest, silage is in the field, hay's in the barn over there. So you know what, let's take this into the field actually. Actually no, you know what, let's do this. Sorry, I'm being very indecisive. Right, leave that there. Put in a straw bale. And we've got 12,000 left litres. Right, I might have to go and get bale forks. This works really well as a bale fork. I'll go get a hay bale. Squeezing past the silage bales a minute. And then we'll see what the mix is like. Okay. Actually, you know what? The easiest way to get round to where the silage is will be for a change, because I always go through that gate to the right. So just back up a little bit, swing it round. Should be enough space, hopefully. Yep. We'll go this way. It's a big field, the cow pasture. Also, I'll keep going through different gates. It'll keep them guessing. I'll never get out. So if I just switch this on for a second. So yeah, ideal mixing ratios, roughly quantities of straw and silage, and there's currently hay and silage, but currently there's too much straw. This is only 1635, which will give us 3,000, just over 3,200 if I do it twice, which actually should still be within limits. Hang on, what am I saying? That's still not enough. One bale is 4,000 litres. So 3 of these would be 4,400, 500 litres. That should be about right. So 3 scoops, and then we'll check again. And then that's the cows done. I actually like this fork, it's really good. Multifunctional. I've got another fork I've got my eye on, but we need to be on all round bales before I use that. So this one will do lovely for now, and it'll also be suitable for clearing up the feed areas for the cows and the pigs. Obviously the cows and the sheep, obviously down where the pigs are, we've got Mass Ferguson skid steer that we brought with us from Peterville. Okay, just a little bit more. Still got slightly too much straw. Got plenty of scope. One more scoop, so there you go. That's the mix. 4 scoops of silage, 1 hay bale, and 1 straw bale. So 4 at 16, so it's 16 a piece, 1800. Actually, yeah, no, because that's... Sorry. Oh, my brain is just dead. 3,200. Okay, so that's 6,400. Yeah, that should be about right. Quite surprised there's too much straw still, to be fair, but still. There we go. It's gone pale. We've got a good mix. Spot on. Not quite full, but at 1450 out of 1600 it's actually not far off, so that's not a bad mix at all. It's a big old pasture, this. Plenty of space for them. But it's good that we've got all the components. I'm glad we brought some stuff with us from Peterville. It's best for them productivity wise to have TMR. So there we go. Oh, I forgot I'd left that open. Oh well, as it happens. Not too much of a problem. Guess is then should, I'm assuming, be able to fill this up. I just need to switch sides, which I think sorry, new bits of equipment somewhere. Yeah, tip side right, that should be okay. So why is it not coming up with an unload option? Tip side right, it's right where we are. Or do I actually have to tip it in from the other side, maybe? So what are the options? Tip side right, tip side left. That's it. Okay. Oh, so maybe just do the straw from in here then. Perhaps we have to drive down the actual feed area to unload the TMR. Or unload into the food trough generally. It's quite a complicated shed really. Lots of gates. And I'm sort of stuck. God, that's another gate into the cow pasture, I think. Yeah, it is. Good. Oops, not quite enough space there. Sorry, swing it round. I do love these floating cameras you get in vehicles these days, they're very handy. Alright, we'll go. Oh wow, you can literally drop it just in the entrance, but that's okay. Fine, there it goes. Let's see how much we've got. It's going to do it, but we'll need some more. Well, no, we won't actually, of course we won't. Oh, that's perfect. Relatively small quantities. Fine. Great. So, I'll tidy up. And I'll see you down at the pigs. And we'll sort them out next before they lose too much productivity, and then we can, at least everyone's got a base level of coverage then. And we can take it from there. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so we're down to the pigs. I've already brought the straw blow down, went back up, picked up the massive Ferguson, rather should I say, and I stopped by the store because I didn't have a little trailer I could just use down here for feeding the animals. So luckily they've got a little trailer, similar vintage, so I've got that one. Store that there a sec. Let's get this sorted out. How's the I bought an extra bale down as well, so I don't know how much we'll need, but hopefully it will be alright. So it has to be back a little bit. That's alright, should be there. Oh, that's weird. Surely that's not all they needed, right? It can't be. Let's have a look. Wow, that really was all they needed. Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. Fine. I need to talk to the man who owns this field. It seems really daft to have this field right next to the pig farm and not be able to use it. So, yeah, not that I need sugar beet, but it's a good crop in there. Right. Okay, so I've no idea which way this tips. Looks like it probably tips on both sides, so it should be alright. Brakes aren't great. I thought I'd bring this down here and leave it down here because I sort of seem to have all my small tractors down here. They're ideal for doing this sort of yard work. That'll do. And that was all it needed. Okay. Right, that's the barley. Just need to reopen this then. Crikey, so I definitely didn't need a bit much. Number of pigs we get will increase quite dramatically, I expect, at some point, so we won't have only 12 for long. Let's open that up. I know the trick comes up, but it seems a bit cheaty. Do it properly. Okay, so if we keep forgetting animal menus now here. Okay, we need quite a bit more corn though. So we may as well take a full load of corn. There's the pipe. I wonder how easily this will turn. Have I got enough room? Oh! Have I got enough room in this yard to turn it around? Yeah, not bad. Struggle a little bit with the trailer, but that's okay. There we go, around. Right, so this is it. So last thing, so we'll actually put the corn in. I'll do the canola off screen. We'll just go get the water as well, because I've got a new water container, so I might as well try that out if I can remember where the standpipe is that I had put in. Good question. Where did I put that standpipe? Oh, I think I know where it is actually. Yeah, there it is. I can see it. Oh no, I can't. Oh yeah, it is. It's there. It is exactly there. Again, can we swing this round? Oh yeah, perfectly. Look at that. Good turning circle. There we go. We need that much of that either. Right, okay, we'll leave that there. I shall sort that out. We'll go get the canola. And then let's try this out. So yeah, so I've got a few small tractors down. So I bought the International with us from Peterville. I can use this to plough as well. Workers don't like it, that's the only thing. It takes a bit of practice. Which I might even have already... Oh, no, I didn't. I started to fill it just to make sure it was alright. I didn't fill it. But yeah, for quite a long tractor it's quite manoeuvrable, so this will do. And I think actually... Now, I can't remember whether I can put... I don't need a front load down here, do I? Because of course I've got the skid steer. So actually this is fine. I've got 2 little tractors for doing this sort of stuff. Oh, where am I going? I've just gone past the water trough. What am I doing? No idea. Just driving my tractor. So yeah, I got this little lizard water container. I think you could do milk with it as well, but it wouldn't be enough really. But perfect for down here, just for doing the pig water. Wow, that's a long trigger. There you go, that'll do. Not like that was quite enough. No, but not far off. Right, there we go. So I'll finish off the water and get the canola in, and then that's the pigs done. And actually they'll be alright for a while. So go down 70% health. So the health has dropped a bit, but now I've fed them, that should start to go back up. How are the cows looking? They're at 80, so that's fine. It will take a while before they develop enough to be fertile. Sheep are going back up again, which is good, so they'll get there. So there we go, animals are settled, all done. Figure out what we do next. Something weird about the animation in this, which is a bit odd, but there you go. We'll just ignore that. I'll let this refill back up so I can fill up the trough completely, and put the canola in. And that'll be it for now. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, likes and subscriptions very much appreciated. And ooh, that is very odd. I'll see you back on the Shamrock Valley very soon. Bye for now.